the Clyde Broadcast Podcast, bringing to you inspiring broadcast stories and the latest in broadcast technology.
My name is Osato Edike, and we have a very special guest with us in our podcast studio now. Welcome to the show, Benjamin Pius, the CEO and publisher of Broadcast Media Africa, and a very big job. The reason why everything has run so smoothly over the last 3 days and even longer because, all the planning, the event convener for Africast 2023. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Idiki. Thank you.
I have to be honest, this is my first Africast as a broadcaster.
Okay.
I don't think I've attended any better organized events.
Wow. You're so kind, my friend. You're so kind. Thank you.
I think a lot of people who have come through, and there's been hundreds of streaming over the last few days, can say the same. I'm just curious because there's so many moving parts. When you sit and plan this, what are the things that give you a headache?
Idiki, it's a lot of hard work, yes. And the headache is you don't take notice of the headaches. It's just you keep moving, you keep going because you have to bring people together, and that's our job. BMA, Broadcast Media Africa, one of the things we do is convene the industry, the broadcasting and media industry across Africa. And, when you've been doing this for a while, it sort of becomes second nature. And now when we had the chance to work with NBC to make Africast happen, EDK, one of the things I said to them is we got to do it differently. We got to move it to Lagos because it's been done in Abuja for several years. So we got to move it to Lagos. Why? Because Lagos is where most of the broadcasters are. That's where the market is. So you go where your market is. And we want to turn it into an annual event. So, we go around the world to events like this, well, bigger ones than this, but similar ones, like the NAB in Las Vegas, like the IBC in Amsterdam, CAPSAD in Dubai. And we don't have any that we could say we are doing in Africa. Hence, we say, okay, let's make it different, let's make it big. And the headaches, maybe tomorrow, when you see me and you say, how about the headache? Then I will tell you how the headaches has come. But so far, it's been good. It's been good, my friend.
So when you're starting out and, you have a planning team, obviously.
Yes.
And what are the things you look for? These are people you've worked with over time at BMA.
Yes.
What are the things you look for typically in somebody who works on your main team?
Yes.
Sort of quality.
Resilience. To do this job, you got to be resilient. And if you don't have the resilience and you don't have the ability to coordinate, to do 50 things at the same time, you can't work on my team. You can't basically do event management or plan an event because, like you said in your intro, there's a lot of moving parts. You're going to be coordinating 10 things at the same time. For example, we brought fantastic speakers to this event from across the world. Exhibitors are here. We have to make sure that also you producing this, you have access to the people that you need. These things are all coming simultaneously. So you need to be resilient. Resilient in the sense, EDK, that, you'll keep pushed back because, hey, you need me to do something, but I have focus on the other one. You've got to be able to stay in the game and make sure that the show happens, the show goes on. So it's important to be resilient in this game.
I just have to ask, how's your sleep pattern?
My friend, you make me laugh. To be honest with you, I have slept like 3 hours a day, a night for the past, 2 weeks.
My goodness.
Maybe now, it doesn't end because when I leave, I go back to London on Sunday, and on Tuesday I'm in Ethiopia. We're doing the cycle again. Okay. And maybe by the 15th of December when, the missus say enough is enough. Now let's go and enjoy Christmas. That's where you get a proper sleep. So sleep pattern, you get used to it. It's up and down, to say the least, yeah. But yeah, it pushes you. It pushes you. And when you come here and then you see how people have enjoyed it. Like you said, throngs of people, lots of people. I mean, on a daily basis, we're counting up to 1,000 plus people coming into this small place because this is small compared to what we'd normally expect. And the stands were packed. People were busy. So that, for me, is a pat in the back. Kudos to us and to my team and to everybody at the embassy that make sure that happened. So when you see that, then the sleepless nights sort of, pays for itself.
Great. And just as you were mentioning earlier about the exhibitors you had to streaming, I mean, they're world-class exhibitors,
Yeah.
by the way. Everybody's got a stand
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
You just mentioned the
yeah.
stands were packed. How do you, when you set out to do something of this magnitude, how do you manage expectations from exhibitors and so on?
Now, that's a very interesting one, because even I have to manage my expectations. Because, Ejike, the fact that we were coming to Lagos for the first time, and then when the fact that we were coming to the hotel, Marriott Hotel, I think I can mention their name.
Absolutely.
We were coming here, and then the facility that they have, and then I'm thinking to myself, I've promised people heaven and earth. I hope we can deliver it. But that's the name of the game. It's like when you put out a football team, and you are the coach, and you've told everything they need to go and do there. And then you've told the people that are going to come watch that, you're going to play the best game of your life. Yeah. Now you have to go in your room, in the corner of your room, and pray to God that when these guys go out there, they actually play the best game of their lives. Because there is no way to manage expectation. You just have to hope and pray that the work you've done, the messages you've put out there, and the fact that you've done all the promotions that need to be done will pay off. And in the end, it does. It does. And the expectation, if I told you that we'll be expecting 200 people, and then you have 1,000, that's good. So we try to make sure that the expectations, we let people know what they should expect, and then, we try to deliver more.
And the sessions as well.
Yes.
So I was
Yes.
pulled up a lot of the time here, but I would sneak out and I would check stuff online as well. You had over 10, 15 panels, right?
Yes.
3 masterclasses that just held
Yes.
the final day. So it's technical masterclasses, it's actual
Yes.
panels about a variety of issues and a variety of things about the broadcast.
Absolutely, my friend.
But the quality of panelists,
Yes.
how do you put together that?
So that's testament to the work my team does, and shout out to them if they are watching later on. So because we have pedigree in this thing as well, we've been doing this for a while, and the people know us. So when we invite them over, they say yes. And it's not easy, don't get me wrong. It's not like we send an email to GK and say, oh, my friend, we need you to come and do this panel, and you say yes. You do question it. You do check that the content is appropriate. Yes. But we manage to bring them in. We've brought in the creme de la creme of broadcasters across Africa, and indeed across the world, into Lagos. And that is good. I'm glad that my team, when they look back and they see that the people have actually enjoyed, because in the conference room, for 3 days, at times after a day and a half, it starts to thin out. 3 days, and even when I thought the master classes were so bloody technical, I hope you forgive that language. You can cut that out later. When I thought that was very technical, people were still consuming it, and they were asking questions afterwards. So it's great. It's great, my friend.
It's a great testament to the work that everybody's put out, and some of the things I learned during the panels I've gone through. I'm a broadcaster myself, so obviously I came here to tap some knowledge, just come here to work. But I didn't have to ask you, someone who's a vet in this, who you've gone to all these conferences abroad, and you see what's happening, what you do with Africast. What are your hopes for our broadcast space?
Look, you got to be optimistic. You got to be optimistic, because broadcast and broadcasters, and like you said, you're a professional yourself. You guys are as colleagues, we are in a very, very privileged place, because we control the minds of the people. We put out information that people consume. And now, with the technology that you have an opportunity to reach many more people and reach them at the time when they want and when they choose. Now, what is the future? The future is you got to be optimistic that the people that are controlling the purse strings and the people that are making decisions are actually making the right decisions to make sure that the right technology, the right processes, the right people are in play. And I see not just of it, there are green shoots. There are green shoots. You just have to keep pushing it and make sure that, at the end of the day, the next generation can take up the baton and take it to greater heights. But look, my friend, to answer your question, the sky is the limit. the sky is the limit.
And on that optimistic note, Benjamin Pius, the CEO, publisher of Broadcast Media Africa, and the event convener for why we're all here, Africast 2023. Thank you for coming to the Africast 2023 podcast.
Thank you, and thank you to you too. Thank you. You've done a great job. I saw what you did with the minister and the rest of them. Awesome to you and your team, and to Clyde. And also, I have to say this, the folks at the NBC have been awesome as well. So thanks to them all. I hope you get a chance to interview one or two of them later.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome.
We've had a former NBC chair. We've also had a director of monitoring from the NBC.
Oh, fantastic. So
we are working hard to get the DG here.
yeah, I hope. I think he's going to be here he's still got the dinner to go. So let's try and grab him.
Yes.
Do your magic that you did on the minister. Let your producers go out there. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.